Good morning. The committee meets today to consider the nomination of Lieutenant General B. Chance Saltzman for promotion to general and to be the next Chief of Space Operations. General Saltzman, welcome. I thank you for your decades of service and willingness to serve in this very important position. I would like to welcome your wife, Jennifer, your son, John, and your daughter, Sarah. And while not present today, let me also acknowledge your parents, Randy and Belinda Saltzman, who are watching from home, I'm sure. And I know they're very proud of your nomination. Recognizing the increasing importance of the space domain and the growing threats to our critical space assets by China and Russia, Congress established the Space Force in the fiscal year 2020 National Defense Authorization Act. The first Chief of Space Operations, General Raymond, then the commander of the U.S. Air Force Space Command, was legislatively transferred in 2020 to be the chief, so you are the first to be nominated and have a hearing for this position. Given that the Space Force is only 2 years old, it is still becoming institutionalized within the Department of Defense, and there are many challenges in that process. First, the Space Force must develop its ability to train and equip Guardians. Space is a remote domain, one that is now contested. Your Guardians will have to have the ability to integrate digital and other advanced technologies to accomplish their mission, all underpinned by a strong STEM background. My understanding is the Space Force is standing up a Space Training and Readiness Command, or STARCOM. I will want to know your views, if confirmed, on how STARCOM will train future Guardians as a warfighting force in the space domain. Second, you will have to foster a service culture that can succeed in the dramatically evolving space environment, often called new space. We are witnessing an enormous surge in the space industry, with some satellite constellations that numbered 1 or 2 dozen satellites a few years ago now having thousands in low Earth orbit, all interconnected to provide high-speed internet anywhere on the globe. Rockets that were once disposable are now reusable, lowering the cost of launch to a fraction of what it used to be. The Space Force of today and tomorrow must adapt to this rapid change in pace of innovation and utilize it to protect and defend our assets in space and on the ground. The Space Force, its organization, and its Guardians need to reflect this changing environment. Third, in response to the growing adversarial threat in space, Congress not only created the Space Force as a warfighting entity, it also reorganized the way we acquire space systems, the way we formulate space policy, and the way we fight in space with a new combatant command. If confirmed, you will lead the Space Force in this new national defense enterprise. I want to know what you foresee as major issues you expect to face and how you will ensure the Space Force can respond to them. Most importantly, an integral part of the military service is its unique culture and its unity of mission. When the Space Force was established, most Guardians necessarily transferred from other services and thus had to adapt to a new culture. I was pleased to learn in our meeting last week that successful recruiting efforts have ensued that soon 1/3 of the Space Force will never have served in another service. General, I'm interested in how you intend to create a unique culture with the blend of transfers and new recruits. Thank you again for your willingness to serve our nation. I look forward to your testimony. Let me now recognize